This photo is supposed to show the beginning of one of the worst catastrophes in Switzerland. A birthday candle held too close to the ceiling, leading to a devastating inferno that killed 47 and injured 115. Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX Deepdive, and I'm Vaishali Kohli. The fire in Lake Constellation ski bar in Crans-Montana, Switzerland broke out during the New Year celebration at 1:30 a.m. Swiss time on January 1st, 2026. Now, the identification of the victims is proving difficult. Many corpses are charred beyond recognition, and the authorities expect a lengthy operation lasting days to weeks, requiring dental status and DNA checks. Among the victims of this tragedy was the Italian golf talent, Emanuele, who was just 17 years old. He went to the Swiss ski bar with friends. The young Italian living in Dubai was on the list of missing persons published by the Italian Foreign Ministry. Gallipini is the first identified victim of the tragedy. Gallipini was widely regarded as a promising young talent, competing regularly across the Middle East and Europe. One of his most recent victories came at the 2025 Omega Dubai Creek Amateur Open last April. He had also recently featured in the King Hamad Trophy at the Royal Golf Club in Bahrain and the UAE Cup in Al Ain. He has 16 posts on Instagram with 1,014 followers. His last post on Instagram was on July 18, 2025. He frequently posted his golfing statistics before that. A 19-year-old football talent, Tahiri's Dos Santos, was among who was severely injured. As per reports, the 19-year-old reserve player was airlifted to Germany to treat his burns. And now his club has issued a statement on their official website. The grief can be felt everywhere. Laurent went to the well-known Les Roches Crans-Montana International School. He is inconsolable about what has happened. He said, and I quote, "We were often at Lake Constellation. It was a kind of meeting place for us." Laurent says many of the victims are young students from his former school. He added that he is surprised that it took so long until something happened. According to him, safety regulations were very lax. He said people smoked inside, you could do whatever you wanted. It seemed to me as if the operators kept turning a blind eye. Many relatives are still looking for their loved ones who could have been affected by the fire disaster in Crans-Montana. Parents are looking for their children, especially on social media, and ask for clues about their whereabouts. For this purpose, a temporary Instagram account has been created, which will be removed as soon as all those affected have been found. This Instagram account has 12.8K followers and 46 posts. Among these 43 are missing persons posts. On your screen, you can see that account. It is named in French, which literally means public notice seeking information about missing person in Crans-Montana. The description of the account reads, "Temporary account that will be closed as soon as everyone has been found. Please message us as soon as the notice can be removed." The latest missing person post is for Chile Osvaldo Giovanni Barossi, who was just 16 years old. He was last seen at 1:30 a.m. on January 1st while re-entering the venue, Lake Constellation, to collect his jacket and phone. Another person posted about their missing friends. The post on your screen reads, "My friends, two of them, Tristan Pidox and Guillaume Oana, went missing yesterday during the fire in Crans-Montana. If you have any news or have seen them, please contact us. Please share the story as widely as possible." Another friend who posted for their friend, IPRAM member, has commented on the post that he is alive but in a bad shape. Another person posted about her missing sister on social media X. She wrote, My little sister was in the fire in Crans, Montana yesterday, and since then we haven't heard from her. If you know which hospital she is in, or if you have any information about her, please contact me. She was with her friend, who is also still missing. Not only for visitors, but missing person notice has been issued for the working staff as well. Here is one relative frantically looking for their relative working at the bar and said, Stephen Ivanovic has not been in contact with us since last night. He worked at the Constellation. If you have seen him or know if he's been taken into care by emergency services. The Lake Constellation bar fire has left several people dead and others still missing, deepening the sense of shock and grief. The identification process is underway and would take its due time. The tragedy has raised urgent questions about safety standards and emergency preparedness, a stark reminder of how quickly a night out can turn into disaster, with consequences felt far beyond Switzerland. I have my guest joining me on the broadcast, Ambassador Ashok Sajanhar, former diplomat. Now, Ambassador, this is absolutely heartbreaking, of course, a tragedy that could have been averted. What would you like to say?
No, absolutely. Thank you very much for having me on the show. This is absolutely, I think, for those who have unfortunately met their end at this horrific accident. The families of those and the families of those who have been injured and who are struggling and fighting for their life, this is, they are totally inconsolable. As you said very rightly, that this is a tragedy that could have been averted in terms of the safety guidelines, safety rules, safety standards. They have obviously not been observed, they have been flouted, violated, and that is something that really should come as a wake-up call for everyone. We have seen such incidents happening, when things are going well, they continue to go well and no one really pays any attention. And of course, as far as the commercial establishments are concerned, if they are earning good money, if they are earning profit, then they are not really interested in investing anything in safety and security preparations. But of course, as is stated, a stitch in time saves nine. And here it is not only a question of saving in terms of money or generating more revenues, but in terms of security. I think there should be standards, and all such establishments, entertainment establishments, particularly where there are closed spaces and people, find it difficult once tragedy strikes to get out of the place. They should be not only encouraged, but it should be made mandatory that all the safety regulations, they should be mandated to display very clearly outside for all and everyone to see, so that people who are coming into those establishments, they can see right at the very outset that all necessary security provisions, they have been observed, they are being followed, and that once they go in, whether it is a cinema hall, whether it's a theater, whether it's a bar or pub or restaurant or hotel or anything of that sort, that they will be all adequate precautions have been taken, whether it is in terms of safety requirements, in terms of evacuation if tragedy strikes. So I think this, of course, one needs to console and condole all those who have fallen victim to this, but going forward, take lessons from it and make sure that in future such tragedies don't recur.
Ambassador Sajanhar, now, some of the victims are foreign nationals. So, from a diplomatic perspective, how significant is the difficulty in identifying victims, because DNA and dental records have to be matched?
No, you're very right. And of course, most of the people, as we understand the news reports emanating from there, of course, the full picture is still not available. I think even as far as the number of dead people, that is also not finally confirmed in my view. Still, some investigations are going on. Some initially they mentioned 40, then it was brought down to 10. Again, it has gone up to 40, and those who are injured are anywhere in the range of 80 to 100. So, and most of them seem to be French youngsters, 16, 18, 20, in their 20s. And it was a very popular entertainment place for the youth, a very important and popular ski resort. So, from the neighboring places, from Switzerland, of course, from Italy, from France, they would have come, but then Europe, in terms of distances and connectivity and communication facilities, that is quite easy. So we can imagine that particularly from the neighboring countries, there would be a large number of them. But of course, we would have, the relatives of those people. They would be clamoring for information. They would be wanting for information. But as you said, it is a problem. It is to match all the DNAs, to get all the DNAs. So it is going to take some time, and the authorities still seem to be working on it, and still seem to be gathering fuller information. And family members also must be coming in and sharing all the information, sharing all the details with the investigating agencies and with the medical professionals who are busy and who are active on the ground at the site. So maybe it will take a little more time, but hopefully sooner rather than later, all this information would be available, and we would be, and the families would be able to get some sort of final idea, final account, and some sort of a closure on what has unfortunately transpired as a result of this tragedy.
Thank you, Ambassador Sarjanar, for joining me on the broadcast. And with that, we're slipping into a short commercial break, but lots more news on the other side.